Good morning. Welcome to the midweek edition of the Paper Review this morning on Quest Television and Quest Radio. It's the 10th day in the month of January 2024. I heard someone say yesterday that January is fast running to an end. It's almost gone, yeah. And of course we're also going with it, at the same pace it is going. Okay, my name is Alex Obunnaya, and this is a Paper Review. I have here with me Comrade Efe Odomo. Comrade, good morning.
Yeah, so good morning. We started well. By His grace, we are ending well too.
True talk. 5 papers are up for review this morning: The Guardian, Nation, Punch, Daily Trust, and The Vanguard. And all the papers are awash with the Better Edu story. All of them have Better Edu story as the lead story, but carried, differently. We'll start with The Guardian newspaper, and with its on its front page, a lead story: 585 million naira humanitarian scandal. Nigerians want probe expanded to other poverty alleviation schemes. The full story is on page 6 of The Guardian newspaper. And directly below that story, Tinubu slashes official trip expenses entourage by 60%. This full gist can be found on page, let's see now, it's so tiny, page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. And below that one, Supreme Court reserves judgments in Delta Plateau Guber appeals. That too can be found on page 3. Nigeria's economy to grow at 3.3% in 2024. This is according to World Bank. And the story is on page 15. And below that one, APC sues Adeleke for appointing PDP member as OCEC chairman. What's wrong with that, if I may ask? Okay, that story is on page 7. Federal government probes private universities over fake degrees. That story is on page 3. Comrade Efe Odomo, you were itching to say something.
Yeah, so if APC could sue Adeleke for appointing PDP member, what happens to the president appointing Wike as a FCT minister? Should PDP also go to court?
Okay, tit for tat if you like. Niger's coup leaders free President Bazoum's son. You can read up that on page 2. And below that one, federal government pledge to end insecurity. Federal government's pledge to end insecurity. That's editorial. It's on page 12 of the Guardian newspaper. And still on the front page of the Guardian newspaper, let's see now. Yes, finally on the Guardian, Army confirms arrest of soldier for insulting Sanwo-Olu. Army confirms arrest of soldier for insulting Sanwo-Olu. That story is on page 2 of the Guardian newspaper. Okay, let's quickly now turn our attention to the Nation newspaper. And like the Guardian newspaper, the Nation is leading with the Better Edu's story. 37 billion naira, 585 million naira probe, Sadia Edu barred from traveling. There's a lead story. You can see it boldly on the front page of the Nation newspaper. Let's now go above the masthead of the Nation newspaper. I just hope, okay, shots, third mainland bridge worsens gridlock. Police rescue hotelier held after payment of 25 million naira ransom. And Rivers Assembly awaits Fubara's 2024 budget. Others, soldiers in trouble for insulting Sanwo-Olu. That's also, you can get the story on page, let's see now, page 6 of the Nation newspaper. Tinubu orders cuts of vice president's traveling team. And police parade suspects in Plateau killings others. Okay, hope they got the right people. EFCC impounds international passports. 3 bank MDs quizzed Interior Minister at the Aso Rock. No sacred cow in anti-graft battle, says Olukoyede. That guy is talking tough. Let's take one last story. Just bottom strip of the Nation newspaper. Supreme Court reserved judgment on Mufwang's appeal against SARC. That's on page 5. Okay, the Punch is up next now. Let's wait for it to come on your screen. Punch newspaper, that's it. And again, like the two previous papers, they are also leading with Better Edu story. Humanitarian Ministry Affairs or scandal, EFCC seizes Edu former minister's passports. Bank MDs grilled, suspended minister barred from traveling. Above the masthead, NNPCL posts over 2 billion naira profit. Fake degrees, federal government probes 107 private universities. Nigerians hail Tinubu as president trims foreign trips entourage. That's on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Police parade 3 suspects linked to Plateau killings. Okay, that's on page 30. They're making inroads. I did say I hope they got the right persons. Lagos police look into Tiwa Savage's petition against Davido. 85 abducted as bandits return to Kaduna Abuja Expressway. That's on page 7. And finally, TB Joshua, Squan faults BBC reports, ex-disciple knocks late prophet. That's on page 7. Daily Trust, EFCC grills Zenith, Jais, Providence Banks CEOs. That's on this lead story. All of these are connected to Better Edu. They captioned their own Edu Gate. That's a new one. Edu Gate. EFCC grills Zenith, Jais, Providence Banks CEO. And directly below the masthead of the Daily Trust, Agric Ministry not in charge of rice palliative distribution. 8 motorists killed in Borno landmine explosion. Tinubu orders reduction of officials on federal government strip by 60%. And tension in Plateau as Supreme Court reserves judgment on governorship disputes. Nigeria's per capita income to reach pre-pandemic level in 2025. That's according to World Bank. Bandits place 50 million naira ransom on kidnapped FCT district head, 5 others. And finally, Niger junta releases Bazoum's son 167 days after. Coupists need to do more, says a diplomat. That's that from the Daily Trust. And finally, we look at the Vanguard newspaper. And Vanguard newspaper, like other papers, is also leading, I beg your pardon, with the Better Edu story. They've captioned theirs 585 million naira grab. The EFCC squeezes Better Edu for hours. Better Edu was squeezed for hours. Okay, I got it now. Better Edu squeezed for hours. Cost of governance, Tinubu slashes delegations for federal government trip by 60%. Army to address security in dark areas in Enugu. And let's see, this one is Sports AFCON telecast to Nigeria uncertain as NBC blocks Star Times bid. I think we're done with the reviews now. So many stories are begging for attention. Let's now turn to Comrade Efe Odamo. You know, Better Edu is dominating discourse across the country this period now, and maybe so for the next coming days, because we have not heard the last of it. But is it wise? I was reading through a story this morning, people congratulating President Tinubu for suspending the minister. Is there anything extraordinary that the man did?
I don't think he has done anything ordinary. That is part of his office duties. He is the chief security officer of the nation as a whole. And somebody in that situation has taken so much money and they suspended that person, and you are congratulating the president. For what reason? Are they saying that the president shouldn't have suspended her at all? Or has the president done what nobody could have done by suspending her? You know, we are actually the real problem is not even the government, because everything people do, people applaud them. They attack political undertones, they attack religious undertones, even tribal sentiment, everything will start coming up into it. This person at all supposed to have been picked up that very first day this information came out. You don't allow such people to remain in the society. The person, if they don't deal with this issue squarely, let them pay the real price of it. Then I'm sorry to say, every other person arrested for stealing, pilfering, burglary, even robbery should be released and apologized to. Because this thing this person has done is stealing the destiny, like you said yesterday, stealing the destiny of the whole nation. 585 million. I know what led to it, because he was trying to query somebody who took 57 billion. That was like, what is wrong with what I have done? Did you two not pick 585 million. That was where the whole wahala started. Something got leaked, and the government body came up, that is the EFCC. And not even only that, how do you feel that you can fly from Abuja to Delta International Airport, Asaba, and take transport to Kogi, while driving from Abuja to Kogi is 3 hours. Driving from Asaba to Kogi is 5 hours. There is no airport there. You are given tickets. You are given airport access allowances. And this person is somebody that's supposed to be serving the society. It's a poverty alleviation program. You want to, you are telling us you want to move 40 million Nigerians out of poverty. Now you are pushing almost 150 million Nigerians into poverty, and you are happy. Then you are doing what you are supposed to do as a president. They are clapping and congratulating him. In what sense? Okay, the president also did something. Yesterday, he slashed official trip expenses by government officials by 60%, including himself. While some, have also, applauded this, some also asking what happens to the large entourage he traveled with. He's just realizing that.
And then we saw when he went to Lagos too, another massive turnout.
Even that the vice president had to fly to Lagos to go and visit him for just about 2-3 days. He left Abuja. All these are the frivolous expenses we'll be complaining about. Now the question is, they've just passed the budget. Is it not? Was the amount captured in the budget? If it was captured in the budget, what now happens to the reversal they have just done now? Are they going to redirect the monies to another department? Why is he waiting until after the budget before this is done? Because he already has this thing. He must have already had the intuition in him before doing what he did. So he would have told the budgetary office, I am not going to pay some amount of money, bring the travel allowances down. Because when you are making your budget, they collect figures from every department, and these figures are already being captured. So he has not done anything that the whole nation should applaud him. It was just like that time of Abacha when he was the head of state, when there was no fuel anywhere in the country. And Abacha just came up and said, I am giving NNPC the marching order to make sure we have fuel in the next 48 hours. That's 2 days. Before the 48 hour, the Lagos ports everywhere were flooded with fuel. The question was, not everybody was clapping actually, oh, this is a president that is going to work, he's a working head of state. The question is, could you have given an order to a vessel to load fuel from Europe to Lagos and to other satellite points in 48 hours? Okay, we'll stop at that. Let's now welcome calls from our viewers and listeners. Of course, the numbers are 081-8888-8931, 08022-931-931. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. This is Chief Duku calling from Ekerejebo.
Chief Duku from Ekerejebo. I like the sound of that of that place. Go ahead.
Yeah, federal government pledged to end insecurity. With this statement, it shows this government does not know what actually government is. They don't know their duty. They don't know what they are coming on board to do before they will think of contesting election. How can you be pledging after this time? You are being a government going to 1 year, and you are not pledging that you will do the number one duty of a government, insecurity. So it is now they are realizing that that is their function, so they are not taking a pledge that they are going to concentrate on it. So this government is a failure. Then the second one, look at it, they reduce the traveling obstacles and what you call it by 60%. For example, during the U-type period, when Tinubu was traveling from his house to go and pray, the entourage, I counted in the video, 60 vehicles accompanying him. So when you reduce that 60 vehicles by 60%, that means you are removing 36 vehicles. So we still have 24. So 24 vehicles, we are accompanying him to go and pray. That is only prayer. We are not talking of going to perform function official duties. So they have not started. This government does not know why they came to power. It's like they don't talk that it's a party. When you win election, you are a party. That's it. And that's why you see all those ministers looting all those funds. So it's a pity. This government, they have more damage they are going to do to this country than good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Diku from Ekerejebo. He took time. I thought there were more, but 60 is still on the high side as well.
60 vehicles, you know what it is?
Just to go and pray.
If everybody takes 50 liters fuel to 60, I mean, that's 3,000 liters times 700 naira. That's per trip. Then you not talk of the extra quote out of pocket expenses for the people. Maybe
meals they will eat.
Yes, they must. They must. That is very compulsory. They must. Now, 60 cars followed him, 60% reduced. Maybe we'll pray next time 80 cars will follow him so that they will remove 80% from the money.
Okay, let's see if we can sneak in a couple of more calls. It's still the People Review on Quest Television and Quest. Hi, good morning to you.
It's Henry Boya from Musole.
Can you please speak up, sir?
Better Edu corruption case. Nigeria wants proofs referring to other property allegations. Yes, it means that whatever corruption is given to it is the right step, right direction. At the onset of the administration, we need a proof of corrupt officers, and we pray that it should be justly done. And again, federal government choose also broke private universities over first degree. I think this would be a very good point. They should really set up a committee to report. They should have, whether they like it or not, even in the so-called commercial universities, people are hawking certificates. So they should do that. And believe you me, when that is done, people out there, you will see a lot of fake certificates that are being printed all over the place. Then again, Tinubu wants reduction in official foreign trips expenses reduced by 2%. Yes, it is a good motion too. So we pray that this kind of gesture should be directed to all other expenses. This is the cost of governance, to not necessarily trips alone. They should have it attitude that makes cost of governance all that.
Okay, thank you.
If that is done,
thank you.
There will be some.
Thank you so much. You know, you said something, the probing of fake degrees. You know, Ayedatiwa is in the eye of the storm. You know, if you recall, someone just said that his certificate that he's flying is also fake, and he has said it's because of elections that are forthcoming in the state. But that's the secondary. Did you present fake certificates? What happens to government officials, governors, even senators, House of Reps members, House of National Assembly, House of Assembly members who are parading fake certificates?
Yeah, look, I think the people in governance today, more than 90% are having these issues. Now we continue to ask this question: what happens to the screening committee of INEC? If they are probing anybody on this matter, INEC too should also be involved, because they go through the certificates before they come out and give them claim bill to contest.
Okay, I have just been informed that that's how much you can take, so sorry about that. Comrade, thank you so much for thank Chief Duku and the other caller who called in for their part on the program. Thank you to the guys too who have made this program possible. My name is Alex. Oh, interesting. I guess I must have skipped that. So sorry about that. Okay, enjoy the rest of the program. Good morning.